Hello, Capricorn Sun, Pisces Rising. My name is Tanya, and I'm going to be doing a year ahead reading for you. I'll be pulling one card for each month, plus a card from the bottom of the deck. Some things to note for you specifically. With a Pisces Rising, people may see you as someone who is not afraid to show their emotions. Someone who may even be very intuitive or even psychic a little bit. That's the impression you give people. And with the Pisces Rising, that means that your sun is most likely, not in all cases, but most likely in the 11th house, which is the house of friendships, of your social life, social connections. So you may put a lot of importance on those, and you may prioritize those in your life, possibly over other areas. You may also be known as the responsible one in your circle of friends, maybe the one who does the planning or manages your get-togethers and things like that. And you're always willing to help them, especially the ones that you're particularly close to. You would do anything for them, sometimes at your own expense, so stop doing that part. And make sure you're taken care of first. You need to make sure your needs are being met so you don't drain your own energy. Okay, let's see what the cards have for you for the year ahead. So we're starting out, this is going to be for January through December. So January, we have the Page of Wands. February, the Queen of Swords. I'm trying to make sure these are actually straight for a change. For some reason, they always go a little cattywampus on me. So January, February, March is Six of Cups. April is the Emperor. May, we have the Five of Swords. In June, we have the Devil. Then down here in July, we have the Hermit. In August, the Eight of Swords. September, the Queen of Cups. October, the World. November, Three of Pentacles. And next December, Strength. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles. I'll set these over here. So I'm going to take a moment and get an overall view or sense of any messages that might be coming through about the year ahead for you. So give me a moment. You may be shedding some old beliefs or doubts. It feels like doubts over this next year, overcoming that. And finally pushing past maybe some behaviors that keep holding you back, where you keep going back to the same things again and again. This may be the year, or should be the year, that you manage to push past that and have some major growth in that area. But you are going to have some challenges. So let's get into it and see what we have. So we're starting out here with the Five of Pentacles. Pentacles are an earth element, very much a Capricorn element. Let me make sure I have these. And they can be about material things, physical things, things you can touch. It can be about your home. It can also be what you do in order to attain those things. So your work, what do you do to bring in money? Fives are about challenges, complications, things that you need to overcome, things that it's almost like a gut check, or a where the universe just wants to make sure you're really ready to push past that old stuff. Push past, overcome the things that keep holding you back. So it's a little test to see if you can move further, if you will move further. If you're ready to move further, move on. So the Five of Pentacles in particular, she's sitting here on the floor feeling dejected, feeling in some ways left out or left behind. And maybe she isn't good enough, or she's being purposely excluded. The thing is, she is the one who is excluding herself in this particular card. This person is the one that is excluding themselves. They have a key here. It's available to them. No one is there to stop them from taking that key and unlocking the door and moving on and getting out. Okay, this thing is just going to keep moving on me. She has more control than she knows, than she can see. She just needs to get up off the floor and look around. Pay attention to what's around you. Pay attention to those who are offering to help you pull through. Accept help if you need that help. You could also probably go knock on that door. They're just waiting for you to knock and ask for help. Ask for advice. You are the only one holding yourself back, is essentially the thing here. When it comes to abundance or a certain job that you may want or something within the home, this is something where you need to step up and take responsibility and push forward. So that's a big message for the year for you. Now we'll get into each month individually. We're starting out here in January with the Page of Wands. This is a card of excitement about the future, the possibilities that are out there. Wands are a fire element, so they are, think, active, bold, vivacious, passionate, just pushing forward, forging a path wherever they can find one. Pages also for me are someone who has kind of just graduated high school and is ready to move on to the next big thing in life. So they don't have any experience beyond, for the most part, their home, their little town, their high school, and their high school friends. They're excited to get out there and meet new people, to find their own place, to learn more about the subject or the thing that they're curious about or eager to learn. They're ready to get out there in the world and explore and learn, and they're not worried about failing. They're not worried about any complications. They're just that naive joy, excitement about trying something new. So that's the feelings here in January. You're excited for the new year and the possibilities that are out there. And you have an idea in your head of what it's going to look like or what you want to get out of this year. Write that stuff down. It does not tie you into it, but explore it. Play with it and enjoy that process. And then in February here we have the Queen of Swords. Swords are an air element. They're about communication, ideas, knowledge, education. The Queen is very secure where she's at. She can make very swift and hard decisions. She only wants the facts. Her decisions are not going to be based on any emotions. And you can see here she has the cup locked away. The cup represents our emotions, our feelings, our intuition. She's just going to make decisions based on the cold, hard facts. And she's going to make it quickly. So there's going to be some decision that you need to make here in February, that you need to take any emotion out of it, any of your personal opinions out or feelings about something out of it. And just make that decision based on the cold, hard facts. What do you know at this time about the situation that you can prove, that are 100% verifiable? That's what you need to use in making the decision. So it's essentially saying don't be swayed by any emotion here in February. It needs to be a practical decision based on logic and facts. Sometimes she's also kind of seen as to be in mourning, where she seems melancholy. And I do feel that a little bit for some of you, not a lot of you, but for a few of you, it's going to be kind of a melancholy mood for the month of February, where you kind of wish you had made maybe different choices in the past, or maybe you're missing someone. So you may have a lot of thoughts around that, but it's a way of processing that emotion through your thoughts, but not letting the emotion control you. Hopefully that makes sense. And then we're coming here into March with the Six of Cups. So cups are about it's a water element. It's about our emotions and intuition and how we feel. And this card is a lot about reminiscing, memories, thinking about the past and what happened there and how you feel about those different things. Usually it's going to be remembering fond memories. Their dog as it grew up, for example, or when they first got that dog, as shown in this. So memories from the past, your experiences with those memories, how you viewed those events. So March, there's going to be some reflecting, and it's in some cases it's almost like you're making peace with the past so that you can move forward into the future without those things. They won't come up as much anymore. They won't keep pulling you back in to this state of just thinking about the past all of the time. This is kind of where you're coming to terms with some of those memories and experiences and letting yourself release them or let go of them, loosening your holds. So you're not holding tight onto them. You're ready to just let them go, and when they come back, they come back. When they come up, they come up, but you're not constantly thinking about it, constantly focused on that anymore. And then, let me count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next several months, you do have 5 major arcana cards coming up, and major arcana cards are about shifts, either in the way you look at life, in your circumstances, like some major change in one area of your life that you actually feel, and may actually be a physical move or some change, a job promotion, a job loss, different things like that, but it is a shift. So we're starting out here for your major arcana period here with the Emperor here in April. The Emperor actually happens to be the card that represents Aries in the deck, so there could be an Aries involved here with you in April. That's when a lot of Aries have birthdays too. So the Emperor is about control in a lot of ways. He's that top dog in the deck, the father of the deck, if you will. And his biggest thing is about boundaries, setting up boundaries for protection. Not for any malicious intent, not to hold you back, but boundaries to protect you. Now, these could be boundaries that you set up with other people to say, I will no longer accept that kind of behavior from you. We don't need to be in contact if that's how you're going to act. That's my boundary. A boundary you set with them and with yourself, because you need to enforce that if the situation comes up. You need to say, no, I'm out. I'm done. Bye. There are also boundaries that you need to set on yourself. Now, what's coming through for me is it's around scheduling or planning in some way. Boxing your time, putting time boxes, but boundaries around the steps or something that you want to accomplish. And maybe even within that smaller one. So it's like setting goals. So there's going to be something very specific that you want to have happen, and you're ready to focus on that, and you're ready to put that plan together. And you're ready to follow that plan. But you are going to have to enforce your own boundaries for yourself, the ones that where you should not. For example, if it has to do with losing weight, a calorie limit, a carbohydrate limit, and a minimum exercise goal, things like that, that you are responsible for attaining, maintaining, and controlling. And if you find that you frequently go past those boundaries, then you can shift them to what works for you. But you need something in place to give you that point of reference for what that limit is. And that's what April's going to be about for you. And then we're coming here to May with another 5, this time of swords. Again, communication and knowledge, our thoughts. This is where you may have some doubts creeping in. You may have some people testing those boundaries, trying to whisper in your ear and cause you to doubt yourself, cause you to second guess what you're doing or what you think you want to do, causing you to reevaluate your plan, or again with the second guessing part. You need to stay true to yourself. You need to not let those thoughts, not let the ego get in the way. Trust your intuition in this case. Trust your feelings in this case. Tap into yourself and don't let them influence you. Stay true to your goal. What is it? Stick to your true north. So make sure you're following your guidelines. Refer back to what your guidelines are, what your boundaries are. This may, as a person, again, who's going to try and push those boundaries, you need to maintain and be firm that no, you are not letting them influence you in that way anymore. You're sticking to the plan. So your goal for that month, for the month of May, is to stay true to yourself and push through and not let doubt cause you to fail or cause you to stop. And then in June, an even bigger challenge may be coming up here with the Devil card. This is another major arcana card. This is a card of temptation. So if this is a diet, or this is something where you're changing a way of life, or starting an exercise program, saving money, whatever your goal is here, this is the month where you're really, really, really going to be tempted to stray from your path, to deviate, to stop, to quit. There's going to be so many things put in front of you to tempt you away from your ultimate goal. And you're the only one who can resist that. This is all on you. So it is up to you to push past that, to stay true. Again, refer back to what you put down or what you were planning from. Even this feelings you had back here in December when maybe this was initially coming up, and the eagerness you have for that, pull up on that energy, pull on those memories. Feel that in your body to help you push through this month in June, which is going to be a tough one and going to be challenging. But you got this. You can do it. This is the year you're meant to overcome that stuff. Do it. Okay, now coming down here to July, we have the Hermit. This is another major arcana card. So now you push through in June. You learn more about yourself, what your limits may be, things like that, or what you're actually capable of. That you are capable of pushing through, that you are capable of sticking to your boundaries. And there's a sense of success and pride and relief in a way. And then we come here to July with the Hermit, which is about self-reflection, going within and learning and discovering what lights you up. What do you want to see on your path? Your path alone. Where are you being guided? So a month of self-reflection, of evaluating your progress, how you're feeling about it, what you want to see now going forward, what's the next goal, what are the next steps. Kind of really tuning in and fine-tuning your plan to something that feels really good for you. And then we're coming here into August, where again we have that anxiety coming in, where maybe you're feeling trapped and bound in, like you're caging yourself up. You are not. You are not. It's just something that triggers you. It is the ego's defense against the change. The ego likes things to stay the same. They like to maintain the old patterns. So there's going to be this back and forth struggle between the new you and the old you, in a way, as you're going through here August. It's never easy to make these big changes, but they can be done. People do it. You are doing it and are capable of it. So as we can see here she is outside of the mirror. There are no thoughts buzzing around. There's nothing holding her in. There's nothing tying her up. There's nothing preventing her from getting up and walking away from the mirror. This is her perception of what's going on. It is not reality. It is not reality. So maybe even avoid mirrors, if you will, in the month of August. Try to avoid those self-defeating thoughts. Distract yourself. Get up and go for a walk. Do some sort of movement to redirect your thoughts and push past, again, these challenges here. Which you do, because now we're coming here into September with the Queen of Cups. Cups, again, our feelings, our emotions, our intuition even. And another queen here. Again, very confident. She's very nurturing, loving, accepting. She does not reject any of her emotions. She feels them fully. She understands them. She knows where they're coming from. She knows why she feels the way she feels. And she accepts that about herself. As do you. So this is a point of emotional maturity, especially when you're able to push back past these doubts and fears that you've had over these few months. And you take time to reflect and really dig into your own psyche here. Figure out what it is that feels right for you. And again, push past that difficulty. And now you're here in this month where you just feel so confident about your future, about how things are turning out. You're not letting the emotions control you. You are controlling the emotions. You are responding instead of reacting. And coming from a very good, solid, emotional foundation now, which really helps you in achieving your goals. And that's a major step for you, because now in September, we're hitting another major arcana card, this time the World. And the World is about the ending of one journey and the beginning of another. So taking everything you have learned and acquired up to this point, and now you're ready to head into something new. It could be a different career. You could be moving. Could just be buying a different house, or maybe buying the house that you live in, if that makes sense for some of you. But there's some major shift here for you. You could be getting into a relationship, or you're ready now to take a relationship to the next level. Because you've completed one cycle. It's a cycle of self-discovery, of growth for you. And now you're ready to go out in the world and see what else is out there for you. And now we're moving into November with the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is about working together with a very select group of people who each have their own unique skills that complement each other. So everybody has very definite tasks and something to bring to this project. And you are working together to create something beautiful. Something that everyone is going to love and be proud of, and it's meant for success. So you could be the one who's doing the planning, or you could be the one who's doing the work to actually bring the pieces together, or you could be the one that's out in front and explaining to people what's going on. But there's three distinct roles here. So it's a small team working together to create something for the good of all. And then in December now, we have the Strength card. This is another major arcana card. And this one, for you, it feels like this is you having a lot of strength and compassion for yourself. It's inner fortitude. So this is, you want to keep going on the same path that you've been going. And you have, sorry, my dog is up and being rambunctious. You have the strength to keep pushing forward, to move, even to move on from something. You have the strength to move on at this point to the next step or the next level. We'll have to see what 2025 brings for you. But this is about being in control even of your worst emotions, even of the things that you fear within yourself. You are no longer afraid of those things. You have integrated them into you. They are part of your whole. You have complete trust in those parts of yourself. When you need them, they are there, but they do not take over because you have that control. And part of that is because you have recognized, or you have come to this point of having compassion for yourself and how you got to where you are and why you do things the way that you do. It's about acceptance. Acceptance of yourself for who you are, who you're meant to be, for what's right for you, regardless of what else everybody else is doing. And patience for yourself too. You know your boundaries. You know what you're willing to accept. And you know what you're willing to let go on top of that. Okay, that's what I have for you, Capricorn Sun, Pisces Rising. Please hit that like button and please hit subscribe and help me grow my channel. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.